Now, we will look at the 3 most common security misconceptions one by one. First is that if a website uses HTTPS, it is secure. We know that HTTPS is the most commonly used protocol for data transfer over the internet. Now, HTTP means that the data being transferred is not encrypted. That is, anybody can look at and understand the data while it is being transferred, since it is transferred in plain text. On the other hand, HTTPS means that the data is encrypted, so that even if an attacker snoops in and sees the data, he cannot make sense of what is written until he decrypts it. But this does not mean that the data is secure. So the communication is secure in HTTPS transfer, but the logic may not be necessarily secure. So the misconception is that if a website uses HTTPS, it is secure. But it would be more accurate to say that if a website uses HTTPS, it can still be hacked using other techniques. The second most common security misconception is that if a website has firewall or an IDS or IPS system in place, it is secure and cannot be hacked. Before we understand this point, let us look at the 3 security systems we have mentioned here. Firewall. A firewall is a network security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network packets. It prevents unauthorized requests from reaching the server. Now let's say the malicious agent has bypassed the firewall. But worry not, because we have an IDS in place. IDS stands for Intrusion Detection System. This system detects any intrusion or malicious activity inside the network and tells the admin about it. Now while the IDS detects any malicious agent, there is another security system called the IPS or Intrusion Prevention System. It prevents the malicious agent from causing any harm inside the system. Now, let us look at how these 3 work together. So the firewall, IDS and IPS have a list of agents and signatures that are malicious and that need to be blocked. It is just like the criminal records kept by the police. So, once the security systems have a list of signatures which are malicious, they start reading all the incoming data packets. If they find any malicious signature in any of these packets, they block it right away. But what if they get a request from a new signature which is not a part of this block list? Then what? Or a skilled hacker can try and bypass these checks that the IDS and IPS put. In that case, they cannot block it right away, and hence, even if the website has these security systems in place, it is possible to bypass them, and hence the website is not fully secure. So the misconception is that if a website has firewall, IDS, IPS, it cannot be hacked. But we have proved that even if a website has firewall, IDS or IPS, it is possible to bypass these security measures. The third most common security misconception is that hiding a file, folder or a domain is the same as protecting them. It's like saying that if we don't know about a thing, it does not exist. And this is definitely not true. Did America not exist before it was discovered by Columbus? Anyway, many developers make this mistake. They think that if they hide critical files, folders or domains, and if they don't advertise them, no one will come to know about them and therefore they will remain protected. Let's say you hide a critical file inside the folder research and this inside another folder called coaching and this inside another folder called homework. Now this folder is in drive C. Now you would never expect anybody to find this critical file that is embedded inside so many layers. So you decide not to put a strong password on it, thinking that it is secure. But your friend can still run a search and find this file. Similarly, hackers can get access to critical files by brute forcing, guessing, or simply by doing a Google search using Google Docs. So as a developer, it is always important to put strong passwords and security checks on domains and subdomains that are not advertised to the public. The misconception is that hiding a file, folder or domain is the same as protecting them. But we have seen that even if the files, folders or domains are hidden, it is important to put strong security checks on them. These were the 3 common security misconceptions. See if you can think of any more. Click on next whenever you are ready.